welcome to BYOI for Friday night.
Hey, it's late, but it's never too late.
We're bringing the garlic tonight, folks.
9 p.m., no problem.
Bring on the heat, Meister!
We're gonna have some fun tonight, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really hoping for it.
Good evening. All right, welcome. Thank you for coming out to Bring Your Own Improv. All right, so thank you so much for coming out here. Thank you so much for those who are watching us over on Facebook. Make sure you like and share. Also, if you're watching us later on YouTube, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification just so you know when we upload a new show. All right, our shows are pay what you wish. So if you think that our show is worth $10 per ticket or $20 or $50, it is up to you. The link is in the chat. Speaking of the chat, if you go down to the chat feature, it is right down here. There is an icon that says chat. It'll be on your right, and the window will open up just to make sure that we can all use this chat. We know where it is. We have found it. Could you please let me and the rest of us know, what have you been binging lately? So any streaming service, what have you been binge watching lately? Throw that in the chat. All right, so we are going to have a fun time tonight. I am your fearless host for this evening. My name is Candace, and I have an amazing cast lined up today because we have Ian.
Try not to binge. It can hurt.
And we have Jared.
So I was kind of thinking about this. I like ice cream in a cone, or I like ice cream in a cup. But when you put ice cream in a cup and put a cone on top of it, that's just straight crap, and I wish they wouldn't do that.
Oh, I do that sometimes, so I'll take a note of that. So we have Audrey, moving right on.
I've been binge watching old episodes of Bring Your Own Improv on YouTube.
Wow. We have Amy.
I've been watching episodes of Head of the Class.
Oh, nice. And now we have Tim.
To follow up with Jared's comments, I think that's what you would call a conehead, which was a movie with Dan Aykroyd. It was a very delicious movie.
Oh, excellent, excellent. A blast from the past. All right, and we have one of our most important members here this evening, which is our featured audience member, who is our fam. So can I have our fam cup?
Fam
cup.
Another excellent mug choice, Daniel. I really appreciate it.
I don't know why someone got this as a gift for me. Okay, so we do have a fam. It is a special fam tonight because I believe it's their birthday in a couple of days. So let me get it out of here. Yep, that is absolutely right. It is Amy.
What?
Oh my God! Happy birthday!
Oh, hi!
She's 31.
Shock, surprise.
Sure. I'm losing my interviewers.
Well, just so we're clear about this, Amy, have you been fan before?
I think once I did.
All right, well, let's be upfront about that. So you know how this works. We all know how this works. We're going to ask you a few questions. You're going to answer honestly as you feel you can under the circumstances, and we will use your answers to inspire us throughout the show.
Hey,
I got a question for you.
yeah.
Don't you think it's crap when you get like a ice cream in a dish and they put an ice cream cone on top of it? Isn't that crap?
No, because then like it's less messy.
That's a crap answer, to be honest, Amy. I don't want to be critical right here.
But I mean, what's crap is like when you get the ice cream cone needs a lining of protective chocolate to keep it from getting soggy.
I'm back on Team Amy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Amy, you mentioned in your intro one thing that you were binging. What generally kind of styles or genres of movie or TV show do you like?
Yeah, make sure you get that in the interview. I'm just setting myself up for my hosting for the next game here. Let's see, musicals, comedy, which is a terrible thing to say for a suggestion for the show. And I don't know, I've been watching Schitt's Creek. That's like the latest thing I'm working through.
You know, when it's your birthday, people are always singing happy birthday to you. But there's other songs. What songs have been like stuck in your head lately? The songs you're like singing in the shower.
Oh my God. Well, like anything by ABBA. Let's see, songs. I listen to a lot of XM on Broadway when I'm driving. So, stuff from Come From Away, The Who's Tommy, Head Over Heels had some good renditions of Go-Go's music, and anything like upbeat. And I have like the worst taste in music generally.
All right. Well, we know, but the audience might not know that you are a huge traveler. You're extremely well traveled, and it's a big part of what you do. So we're not going to ask you one place. We're going to ask you top 3 places that you have gone or would like to go.
Have gone. I got Japan in back in September before everything went haywire. So I was glad I got that in. That was like bucket list trip. Australia was 12 years ago now. Love that. And I should bring up, I should include Iceland in there. Although, Estonia was awesome too.
It's a place with a lot of talent.
Exactly.
Place with a lot of talent, yeah.
It's like be telling tales. So, yeah.
And we all know about the Japan trip because you brought back wacky Kit Kats.
I brought back a whole lot of Kit Kats. My whole carry-on, 20-inch rollerboard carry-on was filled with Kit Kats, and the LAX TSA screeners hated me because they had to take every pack of Kit Kats out and swab them when I had to re-clear security.
You know what? I just have one more question for you.
Sure.
Who is somebody you really respect and admire?
Well, I gotta go with the late Gilda Radner.
Oh, I mean, I was an option there, but I guess
I know but I don't like putting favorites.
But it's her birthday, not yours, Jared. So
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
this is the one time. 2 days. I get 3 days. 3 days of my birthday. You have what, like 7 months? So, yeah.
True. So, what is it about Gilda Radner to you personally?
I mean, she was an amazing performer, an amazing comic, and really groundbreaking in her ability to hold her own against, when she was outnumbered by guys in the SNL casts or in her improv work. some Jane Curtin and Lorraine Newman, both excellent, but tended to get steamrolled, and Gilda was the only one who could really hold it up against Belushi and Aykroyd.
Good. I have a lot in common with Gilda Radner. I'm just
All right. On that note, I think we're good with the interview questions there. All right. Thank you so much to our awesome fam, Amy, who is going to be hosting our next game.
Oh, how weird is that? We are going to be playing a game called Remake or Remake to cater to Jared's whims. And so let's see, I'll have to go to our fam, and see what genres we took. Let's see, because we're going to be having our cast members start off with a regular scene that they're going to base on the illustrious fam interview. And so let's do, I want to see what stuff we got from the other binge watching, from other people. Oh, Community, Bridgerton. Okay. So let's see. Gee, I wish I'd taken notes in the fam interview to go back to that. All right. I'm gonna start off with we'll just have them do a plain scene here. Start off with, let's get Candace and Ayana.
Maybe it could just be a scene of what they think is one of your trips. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
And
yeah.
then you just let it go, so you have no control.
Well, that's basically it. So, yeah, just give me the basic scene of one of my trips, and okay, we'll see that.
This has been the best trip ever.
Yeah, they grow you awfully short in America, but you're certainly a lot of fun for your size.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. You're so nice.
Well, hey, we put some shrimps on the barbie, but not you.
Wow, you're really a comedic genius. Thanks.
Well, we're so glad you like it. We're not just a country, we're a continent.
Oh, I actually know that, and I wish that I had an arsenal of puns at the ready to make this a little bit more authentic to what would actually be happening in this situation.
Well, I'm sure you'd cut me right down to size.
That was so good. So I was thinking maybe if we could go on an excursion to the Outback. I really, 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 really want to boop a wallaby on the nose.
Well, let's get you on a walkabout for sure.
Perfect. Yeah, I would do kangaroo, but they're a little bit too tall for me. Wallaby is a little bit more my speed,
Well, I've got a hint for you.
And scene. Wallaby is a little bit more my speed. Like that line. So let's change it up, because I saw Bridgerton as one of the binge watching things, and then Bridgerton is a Regency type show. So let's see the Regency romance version of my trip, bringing in Jared and Audrey.
Indeed, Lady Amy. You aren't the only thing that's growing short today, because my patience also is growing quite short.
This has been the best trip ever, despite the foul wordplay.
Indeed. But I was hoping that the Duke would see me for who I truly am. And yet it seems that all he sees is my title.
Oh, that's so tragic. Where I come from, America, which is why I have this American accent, people don't have titles.
Oh, but Lady Amy, surely you must accept that I see you as a true lady.
Oh, well, that is very, very flattering of you to say.
Oh, Lady Amy, please. I'm so heartbroken. Please take my arm so that we might ramble about the grounds and perhaps find a way to heal my soul, which has broken so this very eve.
Well, I think a splendid place for us to ramble about would be, the Outback.
Oh, yes, I've heard there's a menagerie of quite interesting creatures. Perhaps an exotic, an emu, or perhaps a koala.
Oh, those sound very, very boobable.
Indeed. But, you know what? I think the one thing that could possibly heal my heart from being broken by Sir Edward would be to see a wallaby.
Oh, wallabies are my speed.
All right, wallabies are my speed. That was good. That was interesting. But you know, I saw someone's been binge watching Community here, so I'm gonna let's bring out Tim, and I'm gonna take Daniel off his door hosting duties for a moment because I'm gonna pop him in here too. See, Tim and Daniel come in, and because Community was a suggestion, I'd like to see the ABC after school special version of my trip.
Cool, because I was paying attention to the last two scenes.
That's what makes it fun. You're
So-
finishing up with something about a wallaby. That's
Got
it. All right.
So I appreciate the chance to take this taxidermy class on wallabies here at the cruise ships community service department. This is so great of you to host this for me.
Yeah, and we're here today to make sure that you can learn and have some fun.
Oh, I'm ready to have fun. I mean, it was so great. First dissecting the swan you guys left on my bed, and then dissecting the goose you decided to put in the shower next to my bed, and then having to dissect all the different types of food that you guys put in front of me at the all-you-can-eat bar just so I could make sure that they were food. I really appreciate that. I hate it when people come up short.
That's why when you gotta stuff your food, you gotta unstuff it too. You have to
Right.
learn all about that with taxidermy on community boating things.
Yeah. Well, you're really exciting. You know what? I mean, I understand you're a male and I can probably put you in your place and show you that you were the bitch and I never will be, but I'm sure this is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, of course. We're gonna have so much fun. Here, try this hen.
Oh, thank you. A hen. That's great. I said wallaby, SOB. So
Oh.
maybe you can actually teach me what I came here for. I may be short, but you're seriously underestimating not only my talent, but the fact that my hand can reach up your ass and treat you like a puppet.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you because the voice is so low. It's not even reaching my ears. Let me get you a wallaby.
I'm about to
There you
boop
go.
you on the nose. Oh, good. An
Yes,
actual wallaby.
scene.
Is that a little
Right.
better? Okay.
That was awesome.
I'll pay more attention to the scene next time.
Very
That,
authentic.
that's
itself.
because I was busy. Quite frankly, I was busy Googling which episode number the head of the class one was. So that's it. Who's coming up next?
I'm coming up next, and we're coming up now with Last Line, First Line. Last Line, First Line has 3 scenes, 2 actors in each scene. And what we can do is when we hear a line we really like, we can clap and tell, and the scene freezes and the person who clapped takes the last line they heard that made them clap, and they use that in their scene. So I've got 5 actors, and I'd love for a volunteer to come up if they could help us in one of our scenes, if that's okay. And we're also going to have our actors come on up on Spotlight. Thank you so much. Woo! All right, let me see. I'm just going to check out the chat. I have Lori, come on up. Lori, you're going to be, oh, and Sarah. Oh, we'll have Sarah and Lori. Oh, look at that. And we got.
Sorry, my bad. I just went with the person there. I'll grab Lori. Sorry, Sarah.
Yeah, we'll have, you're off, Sarah. I apologize. I'm trying to figure out this whole stuff, and thanks for your patience with that, but we're gonna have Lori instead. So now I get to figure out the inspirations for the scenes, and because of from what I view, I see Audrey and Amy are together. We're going to do Ian and Candace together, and it's going to be Jared and Lori, okay? Audrey and Amy, your team 1. What haven't we heard enough? Oh, actually, I want to get an inspiration from the crowd. What is your favorite store to go to? Write that down in the chat. Where do you really enjoy going and like seeing all the people doing all the shopping with their masks on, because it's a nice thing to do? Dollar General. Audrey and Amy, team 1, your inspiration is Dollar General. Ian, Candace, team 2. I need, if you were to help Amy pick something up from the top shelf, what would you get for her? Sorry, that was mean. She's gonna have a joke for me later. The chat is absolutely silent right now because everyone is much nicer than I am. I think I dug myself a hole here. All right, what would you help me dig my hole out of? If you were to help me get out of the hole I dug, what would you help me with? Would you put some dirt in there? What tool would you use? In the chat. Juice box. All right, Audrey, Candace, and I like this. Candace and Ian, your inspiration is juice box, because I've always used that to get out of the awkward predicaments I put myself in. Team 3, Jared and Lori. I cannot wait for this inspiration. Let's see. Pictures of the favorite places you've been to. Favorite places you've been to. Write that down in the chat. Favorite places you've been to. That's the inspiration for Team 3. TGI Fridays. Jared and Lori, your inspiration is TGI Fridays. All right, last line, first line. Go to get on with it. T1, go first.
General Dollar, I am here reporting for duty, sir.
Private Penny, thank you so much. I have a very important mission for you. As you know, your value is deflating right now, and I need you to go out there and pump it back up. You know exactly how to do that, Private Penny.
Begin, enthusiasm, cheer, attend, hut. Go team, go team, go team. March, 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 go team.
You are worth 100 of yourself, Private Penny. We need 100 people just like you.
General Dollar, that means so much. I value your opinions and your feedback.
Wow. I value your opinions and your feedback, but I heartily disagree that a box is superior for milk. It needs to be in a bag. The Canadians have it correct.
Listen, you can't put missing cats and dogs on the side of a bag.
Maybe you're just not innovative enough. Have you ever thought about that? We have to be innovating if we're going to make.
Now, Joe, we have to be innovating here. We need some new items on the menu.
You know what, Monica? You're right. We do need more items on the menu. I'm thinking we got the Jack Daniels wings. We got the Jack Daniels ribs. Jack Daniels cheesecake.
Jack Daniels cheesecake. That sounds awesome. Now, we have to keep that innovative cap on. Now, what about, well, we have dessert. How about we start a breakfast item? We can open for breakfast on Fridays.
That is a great,
We can open for breakfast on Fridays. We can convert the quarters and change them.
Private Penny, I think that your ideas for reforming our army are actually really good, and I think we should just create a restaurant instead.
We could become the catering corps.
I will now only answer to Chef Dollar.
Clap. I will now only answer to Chef Dollar.
Oh, come on, Joe. I think you should be Chef $1 Million.
Whoa, right there, just like that. I got a new name I'm answering up to. Chef Jack Daniels, Chef $1 Million. I am on the menu. Boom.
Yes, because you know innovation in food, and you know everything that you make is worth $1 million.
Clap. You know innovation and food, and everything you make is worth $1 million.
Well, compliments will get you everywhere. So let's take this stamp of missing cats and let's throw it on a hamburger.
Let's throw it on a hamburger.
Clap.
That's how we serve it.
Now let's throw this all on a hamburger, avocado, Jack Daniels, the cheesecake, all of it. Come on, $1 Million Joe.
And me and the cheesecake and the Jack Daniels on the burger. The burger is going to be called, oh man, I wish I had something really cool to call the burger right there. We're going to have to workshop the burger name.
You know,
We're going to have to workshop the burger name. I'm pretty sure if we said missing cat burger, people might get the wrong idea.
But people might get the wrong idea.
And scene. That was a great combination of scenes. I'm going to hand it off now to my close friend, Audrey, who's going to introduce a different game.
Yes, thank you so much to my dear associate, Tim. So yes, we are indeed going to be playing even more games today. And the next of these games is called Press Conference. So in this game, we are going to be meeting a very famous person who we are very excited to unveil has done something very important for our world. This person is played by Tim. Unfortunately, Tim doesn't know exactly who he is or what he did. But he's going to figure that out by being at a press conference with a bunch of really intrepid reporters. So we're going to send Tim into the green room where he will be eagerly awaiting his performance as at the press conference. See you later, Tim. Wouldn't want to be just kidding. We all want to be Tim. All right, so I have Candace and Ian as reporters. If anyone would also like to be a reporter who is asking questions of our famous man, Tim, please put your name down in the chat, and we would love to have you. And we have to find out who Tim is and what he has done. So I would like to, yes, all right, I see Sarah would like to be a reporter along with us. So we will have 3 reporters, and they will be figuring out who Tim is. So first of all, can I please get in the chat some of your favorite characters from comedies or from musicals? 2 of Amy's preferred genres. Just leave that in the chat and it'll be very useful to me. And can I also get a word that you would use to describe your best friend? Even if it's negative, sometimes we have those feelings, don't we all? And because it's Amy's birthday, what is something that you wish you got for your birthday? Or something that you are asking for your birthday next year, this upcoming year? Excellent. Oh, goodness. All right, so I'll let Amy have this one because it is her birthday. Tim is the pinball wizard. He is the wizard of pinball. He casts many a spell upon the arcades of the land. And ooh, I'm loving all the things that we have. Okay. So here's the thing. I see the word imaginary. Very sad way to describe your friend, but I'll take it. And I also see roller skates. So this is an imaginary roller disco that that the pinball wizard has invented. Tim is going to love guessing this, and he might need a little bit of help. All right, so reporters, he is the pinball wizard at the roller disco. Sorry, he has invented an imaginary roller disco. You access it in your mind. It's just like the plot of Xanadu, almost. So we're going to bring back Tim, and he is going to, we're going to learn more about him as we ask him some questions. But the other thing that I want you to do is, if you think that he is getting pretty close to the answer, you're going to give him a big thumbs up. He's going to need that validation in order to get even further in this game. And if he gets it completely right, I would love for you guys to clap, go wild, be like, woohoo, Tim, you got it. You're the best. You're so good at guessing games. And it looks like, our famous man is here right now, ready to be interviewed by all these reporters at the press conference. You guys, please take it away. We're so excited.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming here and spending this time with me. I combed my hair and I even showered a couple of days ago, so I'm really prepared. Questions?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Frank Benlin here with the Electric Key. Are you concerned that your podium's a little tilted?
I am, but I have been working on my balance. So this is going to help me with future presentations. And I'm really looking forward to that as a solution in the future.
I have a question. Hello. I would love to know how you handle the unpredictability going in all these different directions.
I've generally been using a compass, and that has been helping. But when I'm going in different directions, it really depends on the speed, the velocity, the acceleration, and also the incline. The biggest issue that I have, though, is probably dealing with hills.
Yes. Go ahead. You had a question?
Yes, I would really love to try this out, but I don't want to get ripped off. So is it really quite what you say it is?
Could you repeat the question, please?
I don't want to get ripped off here. Like, I mean, can it really deliver what you're saying,
Well, it sounds like you have some particular concerns about this product, and I understand every new innovation and change in culture and society really does come with some skepticism, and I appreciate that. What are your chief concerns with being ripped off with this product?
Yeah, I think we actually have more questions about that later, but first let's get something else established, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Yeah, so I mean, when it comes to the hills, are you concerned about the bumps or the bumpers?
Mostly the bumpers. I'm thinking that that's probably going to be your best bet in handling most of the situations that this product's designed for. The bumpers in the car is probably going to be the biggest issue. The bumper cars themselves, though, we've really phased out of our research. So we've been looking more at other forms of bumper for the use on hills.
I have a question. So how would you say that you have leveraged your knowledge on physics?
Well, when I was a young child, my father taught me about a lever, and the physics that come with it are very interesting. He also taught me about leverage. And
so you're saying ever since you were a young boy, you learned about this?
Ever since I was a young boy, walking uphill has been walking uphill it's always been a metaphor for my life. And those bumps and bruises you get from starting a new business, that it can be difficult. But seeing as I've always had this idea, I really wanted to share it with people And even as a young kid, that was a very important thing for me. My inspiration. This idea.
Well, I know you're trying to surprise us, but knowing who you are saying there has to be a twist?
Yes, a twist. A very important twist. Almost all of the twists are important. Uphill. Know what I'm saying?
I would like to know how this is we're trying to work out how your persona and who you are as a person. How would you say you would all of those different mechanical bits, how many to put in one place?
Well, probably at least 15 for those mechanical bits to put in place.
So, bringing us into an arcade for this press conference certainly was an interesting choice. But certainly it fits you, knowing you.
Yeah. I really appreciated the physics of an arcade and all the video games that go on, and the even Pac-Man, games like that have really brought back my childhood, and I really enjoy that. I
thought you would have enjoyed more tangible games versus more of the screen games.
Like Whack-A-Mole.
Well, yes, Whack-A-Mole is quite good, although not sure if they play that much anymore. But have you been traveling much lately?
Yeah, I've been uphill, downhill, all different directions, and just bumping my way across.
You've kind of been flipping.
Yeah, maybe like Soho, all over the place, right?
Soho, yeah, all over the place. Soho, hi-ho, low-ho.
Looking at your mileage add up on your odometer, just the numbers keep going higher and higher.
Oh, higher and higher. Yeah, totally. It just keeps lifting me up the hill. So yeah, it's been this arcade. It's been a part of my life and a part of my history, and I'm really
you're like a magician here in this place.
Yeah, I'm like a magician. Like I could almost transfer into the arcade and be like
an arcade magician of some kind.
An arcane magician. Yeah. So much an arcane magician.
It seems like you could leverage some of your arcade knowledge.
My arcade thoughts. Yeah, totally. That's why I used it to invent this product. So
that's a lovely symbol on your lapel.
Yes. It's
a little thing you stuck in there.
Yeah, stuck in there, and
little thing that you stuck in your lapel. What would you call that?
It's a pin.
Yeah, it is
a pin.
I wonder what kind of pen this is. What kind of point this pen has?
A ballpoint.
Wow.
Yeah. Ballpoint.
Ballpoints are pretty hard on wrist though, huh? How have you been? How's yours been?
My ballpoints have been wonderful. All the points are very sharp and the tips are rounded out, and
so like your lapel thing plus her pen.
The ballpoint pen.
Your lapel thing plus her pen. What's your lapel thing?
My pin ballpoint is my ballpoint pin has been
No, it's what we said before, right? In the arcade.
A pinball point is
It's almost like you're just letting it go for just a little bit too long. You know, it's almost like it's like a thin-walled blizzard in here.
a thin-walled blizzard, a pinball point. Yeah,
Just
a pinball.
subtract.
Yes, like a
Yes.
magician with that.
Yeah, I was
Like
was
you're in
totally a
Oz
wizard.
playing
I
your
was-
game.
Yes, the pinball wizard has to be a trick.
Yes, that's exactly what you
Oh
are.
my god.
Right.
Yes, yeah. Well, the pinball wizardry is it's a difficult profession, and really giving that information out to everyone can be difficult, which is why I needed to invent this product for everyone as a pinball wizard.
Well, obviously you have a very fertile mind, and so that now we know why this thing is really in the mind.
I appreciate it. The mechanical aspects and the wizardry, the sorcery behind creating a product can be very difficult. And that's why pinball wizardry is, where we started with the innovation, the planning aspect.
Because that's who you are. You're that person.
I'm a pinball wizard. Yeah.
Yes.
You are that
But the-
person.
But the thing you invented was really something in people's minds.
Oh my God. So it was almost psychic, which that was the coolest thing was, a psychic ballpoint pen was what we originally thought, but that doesn't really work because how are you going to write on psychic paper?
Right. I really appreciate how, first of all, we've moved on from the persona. Now we are going to talk about the inspiration. I really like how you went retro.
Yeah. Well, we're in this arcade, Pac-Man, you use quarters for it. It's
Well, there's certainly a lot of noise in here, a lot of lights. If you had a mirror ball, I'm sure that's what you were thinking.
well, that's why we were also at this arcade, because it does also function as a disco tech.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I'm really feeling the disco feel, it's almost like we're in an arena, but it's almost like we're in an arena. It's almost like I am seeing it.
yeah.
I mean, when you
mean
described
there,
it,
like,
I could just
yeah, so cool.
imagine people just skating along.
Yeah, well, the roller derbies were also pretty famous back in the day. So that's, a roller skating rink was a really nice thing to think about when we were also searching for venues.
Or maybe to dance in, like you were just saying before.
Yeah, a disco roller derby rink was like,
I love how you add far too many things.
but well,
We have to pare it down just
okay.
a little bit, pare it down just a little bit. It's like,
Don't need to fight, just dance.
right.
True. That's where the original disco roller derby arena became too much. We're like, okay, we got to cut that down. Let's do just a disco derby. Sounds like some of my industry researchers aren't enjoying this too much, so we should probably
I don't
change.
think
I almost feel
I don't think we really need the hat. I don't really think we need the competition. Just everybody kind of coming together.
Just a disco arena.
I feel like if we just inverted, there needs to be a little bit of an inversion of these things here.
So a arena for disco would be probably the least likely inversion.
Let's just keep skating along.
Okay. A roller disco.
Put
And
a pin in that.
We've
Don't
had
lose it.
we've had real ones, but they're not like yours.
Yeah, psychic roller. The psycho.
I mean,
psychic
John
disco.
Lennon would have really appreciated yours if he were still around.
A psychic disco rink would be probably
John Lennon would probably sing
a psychic.
song. Not about psychics. He wasn't interested in psychics, but like John Lennon might sing if he thought about the way that you think about your
A psychic disco song, you know? Psychic.
he wasn't really into psychics, right? It's,
No, that's true.
So if you're, sometimes when I'm reading a book, I can really picture in my own mind what everything looks like. There's a very specific.
Doesn't have to be real, but like it seems real anyway. Isn't that so cool?
Paintings, drawings. We've also looked into augmented reality for this product because of its usefulness if people can't actually go to a disco derby. That I understand that size is giving you just more ideas, but we wanted to pare it down.
yeah,
so
ideas.
let's
I
pare
mean,
it down.
ideas spring from a part of your mind that you have. Ideas spring from a certain part of your psyche.
Yeah, cerebral disco derby is where we wanted to go.
Not really the anatomy, more the feeling.
Yeah. The thoughtful disco derby was also another way, but philosophers pulled out of that, and our investors just weren't interested. For that reason, the psychic disco derby was
still no psychics. But,
okay. No psychics.
But
It's not about other people's mind. It's just your own mind, you know.
Yeah, well, it's a personal disco derby, which also
it's
was a
very
way.
creative. It's a creative part of your mind that it must have come from.
Yeah, a creative part of.
What would you call the creative part of your mind?
Oh God, there's so many creative
the part that
parts.
Pictures things, the part that thinks up new things.
Visualize
so much imagery in that part of your mind.
Yeah. So a painting of.
You know what I'm gonna go do? I'm gonna go over to the Image Nation. You know what I mean? Image Nation.
Oh yeah, well I love the creative part, and I've always been a fan of the psychic. But to be honest, the cerebral is quite boring. And if you got a disco derby, you really want to imagine the heck out of it.
Yes, so that's what I was talking about. John Lennon singing about it, singing that thing.
You do, and you want to commit.
You know what's funny? I only listen to Limp Bizkit. I don't know who John Lennon is, but imagine all those people in that disco derby. An imaginative disco derby
because it's almost like that, almost exactly like that, but it's not real. It's not an.
It's a fake disco derby.
No, it's that word you used almost, but like instead of real, what's the opposite of real? That's almost like that word you just used.
An imagined disco derby is perfect the perfect conception of what a pinball wizard really needs to sell.
I think I'm seeing some claps.
Yeah,
I saw some claps as well. So
And scene. Wow, I cannot believe that we had such a successful press conference where we asked the pinball wizard to talk about his imaginary roller disco. I'm so glad we got to have that as part of our show today. So I want to thank you, pinball wizard, and I'm going to hand this all over to Jared.
Yeah, so we heard a lot of things said over and over. So now we're going to play a little game called Say It Again. That's where there's going to be a scene at play, and I get to, at any point in time, demand that the actors in the scene change their lines. I am already just sick with power. We could have an audience member join us. We're going to have Audrey and Amy here in the game. If there's any audience members who would like to come along for this, they are certainly allowed to. I can go for a little tiny bit longer for an audience member, but if not, we're just going to go ahead. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give Tim a little bit of a break. And why don't we pull Candace in to be to join us for this. And Audrey, what is something that we have not hit that is on the board?
Airport security.
Oh, when we're talking comedy, we're talking airport security.
Is it real or is it imaginary?
And action.
Ma'am, you are not allowed to sneak this many snails into your carry-on bag. They must go.
Say it again.
You are not allowed to drink Gatorade in this airport facility.
Say it again.
You're not allowed to drive the plane unless you have at least 7 snakes in your shoes.
But I've got the license and I've got 6.5 snakes in my shoes.
The license means nothing here. Here at Snake Airport, if you do not have the snakes in your shoes, how do we even know how to trust you?
Exactly. All right. If you need to have the whole serpentine feel. We don't just go with what is on paper. We have to go with tangible evidence.
Perhaps I could bring 6 snakes and a night crawler that identifies as a snake.
Say it again.
Perhaps I could bring 6 snacks.
Say it again.
Perhaps I could bring 6 snakes and make a total ass of myself.
I'll tell you what. I see that some of your snakes are cobras. And cobras, exactly. Cobras are actually, they're a little bit more valuable. So if you keep one of them here with us to give us some street cred, make us look cool, we'll let you fly the plane.
Ooh.
We totally will let you fly the plane, because the best thing ever is street cred cobras.
Say it again.
The best thing ever is when you have an iced Americano, but then they make it hot.
Say it again.
The best thing ever is if you could take a spider with an egg sac, put that in your shoe, and that would make up the whole half of the other snake.
I almost followed that logic.
And scene. That was fun. Hold on, I am just trying to do some tech stuff over here. Hey, look at that, I made it work. You know what, I thought that was a pretty good idea to say it again. Hey, speaking of good ideas, we're gonna bring Ian out to introduce our next game.
But I don't have much to do because Jarvis tried to do my transition for me. So we're going to move into good idea, bad idea, which is a game where, unsurprisingly, we're going to hear good ideas followed by bad ideas on various topics that we're going to come up with. So I'm going to have all my cast and maybe some of you on screen. And we are going to, it's going to be a line game. So when I'm going to give suggestions for things to have advice about, or good ideas, bad ideas about, and people are going to have a good idea. They're going to raise their hand and say, me. I'm going to call on them. They're going to come forward and they're going to say, good idea, and give a good idea about the thing. Then somebody else is going to have a counterpoint. They're going to say, me. I'm going to call on them. They're going to come forward and say, bad idea, and give some bad idea about the thing. So if any of you thinks you might have good ideas or bad ideas about various subjects, I see Daniel wants to play, so he can actually bring himself on. Oh, Corey wants to come in as well. So we can get Corey in. And if that's all we have for now, that's fine, that's plenty. So just raise your hand, say me when you think you have something. So we had certainly a lot of fun dealing with that arcade in the last game. So what's another place that you used to go to a long time ago and you don't go so much anymore? Kind of a passe place like that, like an arcade. Get some of those in the chat. Well, okay, so let's have some ideas about modernizing banks to start with.
Me.
Daniel.
Taking the physical location, sorry, good idea. Taking away the physical location and just having it all online.
Me.
Candace.
Make sure that you have a very weak firewall.
Me.
Tim.
Making sure that there are ATMs everywhere for your customers to use. Good idea.
Certainly is a good idea. Yep, very convenient.
Me.
Jared.
Bad idea. Filling those ATMs with angry wasps.
Tim.
Good idea. Have trained customer service specialists available on the phones at all times.
Me.
Corey.
Bad idea. Having your check say void.
Wouldn't want that. Wouldn't want that. Tim.
Me. Good idea. Provide credit monitoring and reporting for all your finest customers.
Me.
Amy.
Bad idea. Have monitoring through their windows of their own homes.
Ooh, no, would not want that. Let's have some ideas about running a dairy farm.
Me.
Daniel.
Good idea. Making sure all your cows are well fed.
Certainly we'd want that.
Me.
Audrey.
Bad idea. Feeding cows hamburgers for their breakfast.
Hey,
There's a word for that. Tim.
good idea. Make sure when you have your visitors, you have trained customer service specialists helping them with their every need.
Me.
Jared.
Bad idea. When you have visitors, have your customer service representatives be loud, angry wasps.
Me.
Corey.
Good idea. Make sure you feed the cows the right food every single day.
Certainly want that.
Me.
Daniel.
Bad idea. Whipping the food, whipping the cows, and making sure you deliver the whipped cream.
All right. In honor of our fan tonight, let's have ideas for visiting Disneyland or Disney World.
Me.
Jared.
Good idea. Show up early and then start on the rides way in the back of the park.
Me.
Corey.
Bad idea. Having the song "It's a Small World" playing in your head over and over again.
It is a sticky one.
Me.
Tim.
Good idea. Before you open the park, make sure you have trained customer service representatives inspecting the entire park for any angry wasps.
Me.
Amy.
Bad idea. Going to SeaWorld and stealing their trained seals for your customer service.
Me.
Daniel.
Good idea. Make sure you save up lots and 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 lots of money.
Me.
Jared.
Bad idea. Steal ATMs full of angry wasps to pay for your trip to Disney World.
And scene. There you have it. Well, now you're all prepared with advice for life. And I will hand it off with that to Candace.
All right, and just a friendly reminder, while we're talking about saving lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money, our shows are pay what you wish. So Charlie is here to remind you that the link is in the chat. And okay, he's angry, so he's leaving, but pay what you can. Woo! All right, so moving on to a fun game. You know, Charlie is the center of my world. So we're going to play a game called Centerpiece. So we are going to have someone up here. I'm going to take myself out of this game. All right, so we're going to play a game called Centerpiece where we are going to have 4 different scenes. And we're going to have Jared, who is our lovely centerpiece. He's going to be in all 4 scenes playing 4 different characters. That's awesome. And we're going to have 3 of our guys up here. If anybody would like to volunteer and just have some fun in the chat, have some fun in this scene, just a regular scene. Yes, please do not pay us with angry wasps. I agree. And Corey looks like he wants to have a try at this one here. So we'll bring him in here. All right, so we're going to have the different groups. So our first group number 1, is going to be Tim and Ian. Yay, group 1. Group 2 is Ian and Corey. Yay. Group 3 is Corey and Audrey. And then group 4 is Audrey and Tim. And I'm just going to yell out random numbers, and all of that is going to be a fun time. So group 1, I think our first is going to be the protective chocolate layer. That is going to be your inspiration for scene number 1, protective chocolate layer. All right. Scene number 2, if we can put in the chat one of your least favorite flavors. All right. And while we're getting that, I don't think that we have had too many travel ones. Ooh, we have a lot of flavors in here. I see coconut as one of the first ones. So group number 2, which is Ian and Corey, your inspo is going to be a coconut. I like that. All right, group number 3. Yours is going to be world traveler, because we have a lot of destinations on this board here. So we're going to have that. All right, group number 4, which is Tim and Audrey. Looking at some more of these flavors here. So we are going to, Daniel. Nice suggestion of cannibal, which we're not going to use.
Isn't that a flavor? I thought it was a flavor.
That's not a flavor. Daniel. All right. But I happen to think black licorice is one of the worst flavors known to man. So I agree with you, Sean. I'm with you. So we are going to go black licorice on number 4. So I already forgot what everybody has, but I hope you didn't. So let's do a quick recap. Group number 1, what is your inspiration?
Protective chocolate layer.
Yes. All right. Group number 2.
Coconut.
Mm-hmm. Group number 3.
World traveling.
I like it. All right. Group number 4.
Black licorice.
Yes. All right. We're going to start with group number 1.
So, sir, we've done the calculations, and we're very sure that if we coat the gingerbread capsule in chocolate, it will be able to handle re-entry.
It's very important for our first Scottish space mission to get the little chocolate back here safely.
And that's the problem, is it's going to be a big difficulty, but I think that this kind of chocolate may be heat resistant.
Group 2.
Oh. Well, I know that we've bowled with these before, but I'm just afraid that if they crack, there's going to be milk all over the alley.
Perhaps we want to clean that up so we don't get a coconut spill here.
There is nothing worse than the coconut milk alley. We must avoid that.
Yes, we can. We can avoid that. We do not want any more of our coconuts spilling all over the ground.
Group 3.
All right, I got the camera, so please say cheese.
Fromage.
There we go. You're getting into the spirit, sweetie. We're going to take a picture of every single rock on this globe.
Smile.
What? Why would we all these rock pictures? I just need, it's my senior year of high school at Munich High. I would like to be in the pictures.
Oh.
Very well then.
All right. You know what? Can you just kind of make yourself like,
Group 4.
Now, this is announcer Steve coming from the Luxury Food Show. We've got a wonderful lineup of chefs who are going to be showing off some amazing talent today.
I'm already so stressed.
As you can see, we've got very passionate characters who are just ready to serve some wonderful dishes.
Hey, y'all. I think you need to calm down and relax. while this is a friendly competition, only the winner will be able to go on with their chosen career and not have to be thrown into the dark dungeon.
And I have it on good faith that the most stressed probably has the best talent. So we might see the chosen winner right before the competition.
Well, I mean, I know the shoes look a little hairy, but really, it's very fashionable.
Agree to that. But we do not want our coconuts. We don't want to have our coconut shoes with us.
Group one.
Oh, it's so good to be able to be among friends and drop that ridiculous American accent. Now I can talk. I know you wanted the capsule made of shortbread, sir, but it's too heavy. It's just too heavy. We can't make it go.
What we can do is we can cover it in good, wholesome haggis.
I was going to use the haggis for you.
All right, if you guys could just kind of, scooch down to make the rocks look a little bit bigger, I'd really appreciate it. I know it's cheating, but, my blog doesn't care.
I am starting to think that you are just using me as a vehicle to take pictures of the rocks.
Group four.
I got to tell you, I'm so glad that this competition is over. I was sweating bullets when I saw that one person who actually cooked something came out not burning.
Yeah, y'all. It's just too bad that since they did not win, they're going to be sent to the dungeon with the orcs.
Group one.
So we've got bagpipes in there for the exhaust.
You've got to direct the bagpipes to a certain way so that the velocity is not interchangeable.
I couldn't agree more. And you know who I should have as a traveling companion is a terrier. What kind of terrier should I bring up with me?
Probably not a Boston Terrier. Is it a Scottish one?
Scottish Terrier! Great idea! Let's get snookered!
Dancing! On the Boston Terrier. Oh, I'm supposed to do something technical, which is this! Replace! All right, end scene. And this is a fun game, and I'm going to transition it over to
Tim, who is going to be talking about the next game, which is called Sing It. And that is all cast only. I'm sorry, I have some bad news for tonight. This is the last game of the night. Oh no! Holy shenanigans! What does that mean, though? That means we're going to give you our best, because I'm going to have 5 of the nation's best singers and also actors just playing in a scene. And when I tell them to sing it after they say a line, they have to sing about that line. I am so excited to see what goes on. So we're going to, I need some inspiration from the chat. Let's put in a 4-letter word that does not sound like something you would say in traffic. Hopefully Sing It will come up. Chip. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so I'm going to have Ian, Audrey, and Candace on, please, because Candace was just on, so I really appreciate it. And they're gonna have a scene. I'm gonna remove myself because I talk too much and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, nah, I don't want to feel like doing that. And your inspiration is Chip. Now, remember, we can have other actors come in or come on, or I can replace or change the scene, or I can just tell them to sing it. I cannot wait to hear what they have to say. Your inspiration is Chip. You may go.
All right. I really feel like we should have discussed the snack to activity ratio before we started this.
Listen, if you didn't want me to bring all 88 flavors of bugles here, you should have said so before I got here.
I kind of maybe misjudged the amount of people that were going to be at this, field trip, and I didn't think to correct you. I mean, I am not going to be sad that there are too many bugles.
Sing it.
I am the bugle queen, feeling free 'cause I love to eat. bugles off my fingers, yeah.
Listen, I know you think it's funny every time you ask me to cut the cheese, but really, I mean, it has to be snack size.
The only problem that I can think of with too many bugles is that people might come here thinking that they're little ice cream cones.
Sing it.
Mamma mia, it's a little cone. Mama, is it for ice cream? Mamma mia, just a little cone. Mama, I could eat it like cream. Yes, I've been eating bugles, but I don't think that's so bad. Mama, this could be an ice cream cone. It's a real problem.
It actually could be an ice cream cone because they're so salty. Then you add the ice cream and the ice cream is sweet, salty, sweet, delicious.
I gotta find a tiny scoop.
Sing it.
Tiny scoop, it's the little thing that I use for the ice cream I want to put in your bugle. It's a tiny scoop, tiny scoop. It's the thing that I use for little snacks. It's the thing that I use to get life back. It is the very thing that I like to use.
So little did we know, but Amy and Jared were actually in the back of the kitchen, and we're going to follow them because it turns out that they were the ones mixing all the snacks together, and that's really where the conflict was. And Amy, Jared, start talking about what's going on in that kitchen over there.
You know, I don't know if it's because you've been smoking or eating too much salty food, but I can barely hear you anymore.
I'm working on creating the perfect snack combination.
Sing it!
If you have your mood and you need some food, have a salty treat you can eat. If you get little famished now, it'll be right here.
Be right here.
If you want to go chow down, come and get some with beer. Have a salty treat.
Have a salty treat.
That was amazing. End scene, because I cannot get more than enough of that song without my brain exploding in pure joy. That I'm going to hand this off to Candace, and she's got a job to do.
Job to do, and that job to do is to thank all of you because that is our show. All right, so we are here every Friday night on Zoom. It's a Zoom-alicious time, so we are here every 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. You can also book us for parties, so like birthdays, corporate events. Even if it's, your unbirthday, you could totally do that. Just a random day of the week. It's Wednesday. You want a show? You book us for a show. All right. So tell your friends. Word of mouth is the best way. Like, share, subscribe if you're watching us later on YouTube. All right. Again, pay what you wish. If you think our tickets, if you think we are worth $10 per ticket, $20 per ticket, $50 per ticket, and if you like Charlie, go ahead and hang out at that link that's in the chat and throw us a little bit of cheddar because we like to cut the cheese. So thank you so much to our wonderful volunteers tonight. You all were fantabulous and amazing. I like to especially thank our fam tonight and to wish her a wonderful happy birthday. And I would like to thank our cast as well because we had Ian.
Captain, I cannot make it go any faster.
We had Jared.
I got to sing a duet with Amy for her birthday, bitches.
Yes, you did. I'm so jelly. And we had Audrey.
I'll see you guys at the imaginary roller disco.
All right. And Amy, the birthday girl.
I'm gonna go watch Head of the Class, season 3, episode 22.
And we had Tim.
I'm a pinball wizard.
I'm glad you got it now.
And scene. Bye, guys. Get home safely.
Yes, thank you for coming out.